Out of the blue corner, please welcome in Phil Abbott.
Phil Abbott coming out of Elevated Studios, a purple belt. Instagram has him at 44%, and tonight he'll be making his arena grappling debut. He says he wants to take his grappling to the next level, and he thinks he's going to do that here.
Super excited to
And
watch
his opponent out of the red corner, Michael Dew.
Michael Dew out of Ambush Jiu-Jitsu Club, also a purple belt. Instagram has him at 56%, so very close matchup here. Michael Dew currently 1-0 in the arena grappling format, so he does have a little bit of an advantage as to knowing what he is looking for. We are about to get ready.
Let's get this purple belt match on.
Oh, here we go. Ready to go.
175 pounders, here we go. Right to it. Lots of tie-ups, lots of pushing.
No one's able to establish a collar tie just yet.
Michael to sit. Michael with a left hand collar tie there. Wonder if we're going to see any other attempts at leg locks. Couldn't even get the words out.
I lit up there.
Very exciting. Would that be a steam lock?
They kind of look like it. Maybe a little Aoki in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Get the heel right on the pec.
Phil doing a good job of keeping a good base on top.
A lot of pressure.
Lots of pressure. These guys, though, these 175ers, good inversion skills.
Ooh.
Michael could take the back here.
It's a new team we're seeing today.
Yeah, for sure. Nice, maybe to a choi bar,
Straight
right
to
to
the
an
arm
arm bar.
Very nice.
Quick, too, we're under a minute.
Yeah, Michael's in a good spot here.
And he can absolutely take his time. This is a great spot for Michael.
Yeah. He's trying to arm crush a little bit to get the break.
For sure. Oh, some good thoughts from Phil.
Yeah.
Tying up Michael's neck a little bit.
That would have been a good opportunity for him to start getting his elbow to the mat a little
Yep.
more.
Those
Absolutely.
fingers are slipping. Maybe not.
Oh, nice stack. He is out. Very good defense.
Straight to the foot
He
lock.
goes right to his own foot lock.
Oh, but then uses it to try to pass.
That was a good defense from Phil. I feel like that was going to be a tight potential arm lock there.
Yeah.
Part of me made it feel like Michael almost abandoned it so quickly when Phil came up for the stack.
I think Michael should probably switch to controlling the legs a little more there. But he's
Yeah.
in on saddle
He's in
here.
Deep. It looks pretty deep. If he could just get that. Oh.
Really
Nice
good
roll
defense
through.
from Phil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phil's showing a great display of escapes.
Yeah. I know he trains under Stephen Flyler at Elevated.
It's in Delaware?
Yes, in Delaware. And Flyler's team in general has very, very strong fundamentals. So I'm expecting him to be very tough to finish.
You can tell it's definitely showing. Maybe a potential arm crush for a second there, but now we see Michael on top. Both guys having good bases. A little bit of a throat post from Michael there. Very nice double ankle to over the head. That was a good roll through. About halfway through the match. This has been a good pace. I like it. A little more up against the cage now.
Very back and
He
forth.
almost
Are we in
got
honey
that
hole
pass.
again?
And then, yeah,
Wow,
Phil
what a
almost
leg
passed,
throw
and
over.
Michael instantly went to that false read.
That was beautiful.
Rolled
Good
through.
inversion.
Oh, the cage is helping him there.
Might get there. He's going to go. Oh, we got a
There's the
tap.
tap.
Oh, that's
Beautiful heel hook from Michael. First rounds. The subs are just piling on.
Getting some leg lock variety.
First round heel
Yeah,
hook.
there we go. We asked for variety on the leg locks, and they heard us.
Yeah, that was. Michael looked one step ahead throughout most of that round.
That was great.
Yeah.
Very composed, too, on both ends. I mean, even in the escapes by Phil, that was a chain of attacks, so I can appreciate some good escapes.
That's the thing with chaining attacks, though. Eventually, it only takes one.
Yep, for sure. Michael seems like he really came out with a game plan, so I'm excited to see what he is going to do in the future.
What was really cool about that, too, was when he was trying to spin out of the inside heel hook, the cage stopped the movement and gave Michael the opportunity, to finish the heel hook.
Yep.
Here we go. Round two.
Back to the sitting is Michael.
Cage is a double-edged sword here.
My goodness. Phil again on the impossible Asima. Causing Michael to move a little bit. That looked like it could have been potentially a little tight.
Michael's in pretty deep there on that
right
leg.
away. Yeah.
For sure. Just
Oh, that knee
more
looks
time
very
is
extended.
We are only 29 seconds in the match, and this has already been a very good chain.
They're both looking for that fastest sub.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely still up for grabs. I think we're going to see something quick in the future.
Because Phil took the control there pretty quickly, but it seems like the knee's free.
Yeah. Good re-roll from Michael's side. I think he might be back into honey hole. Nope, he's out.
He definitely tried. Yeah.
Michael back on the top. We've seen him sit back multiple times, so I'm thinking maybe he'll do it again.
Have we seen him actually really attempt to pass guard yet?
Have we seen anybody pass guard yet?
Not in this match.
I don't think in any
match. No, I don't think so far. Well, no, we saw one at the very beginning.
Did we?
First match
Okay.
of the-
Because I was like, I feel like we haven't seen too much. Considered close guard, but decided to come right out of it for Phil. You don't see, I think, a lot of close guard here because it's such a danger to put somebody up against the cage and close guard, and I know I wouldn't want to be caught there.
Yeah.
Lots of good butterfly hooks here on the bottom from Phil.
My view is a little blocked by this post right
Oh,
now.
I know, it's the worst when you can't see the cage. Michael with some heavy throw posts, I like it.
Little arm
Possible
drag.
arm drag. I think if he committed to the actual arm drag before going into the leg, he would have been in a good spot. Sit back from Michael. Ooh, he had a quick look there. Phil has great recognition skills. You're right.
Yeah.
I think he sees it coming pretty quickly.
Looks like he looks a little tired right now, a little frustrated at least.
Yep. Now, with all these guys that are leg locking, what do you think about in terms of passing from the knees versus passing from the feet?
I think people are best served passing from the feet in general, even with the threat of leg locks. Because at this point in jiu-jitsu, if you're not training the whole body, you're missing out on a whole lot. And if you're leg lock defense, you need to be confident in your leg lock defense. You got to pass from your feet, I think. Passing from your knees is just asking to get triangled.
I completely agree. And it drops your range of motion and your ability to move around. Speed is your biggest thing on your feet, and you're taking all of that away. But yeah, we see so many people passing from their knees. I think they get a little bit nervous when it comes to leg locks.
I think we're slowly seeing it sort of leave the jiu-jitsu zeitgeist. I think people are getting we'll start to see the better competitors, the ones who pass standing, for sure.
Yeah. A little over halfway through this match. No lack of excitement in any of these matches, though. They've all been fantastic.
Yeah, not at all. It's been a good night so far.
We've had a first round sub from Michael, and Phil's really putting it on him. He's looking to take it back. Almost
First possible guard pass. Let's see if he can solidify the position.
Almost. We have a knee in still from Michael. Oh, good guard retention on the bottom. Very nice. I'll be happy when we see the first clean guard pass from somebody. There's nothing quite like a good guard pass.
In spite of my extreme love for leg locks, I would like to see a good back attack at some point.
I hear that. Oh, very nice entry. A little shallow on the knee, but that's a nice thought. It looked like Phil almost came up to mount there and then actually sat back. But he looked like he was almost in a really opportune position. Both guys slowing down a little.
A little bit, yeah, for sure. Some heavy breaths coming. They're starting to feel it.
I feel like as the night goes on, we always hear the breaths just getting worse.
End of round 2, they happen.
Yeah.
They just hit that level. Adrenaline dump in round 1, and then round 2, they're just like, what is happening? But
I just think it's interesting how close Phil has made this second round, because the first round Michael was all over him, and now Phil has really made it his game.
It's also an interesting, strategic thing to think about, because if you compete in jiu-jitsu in other tournaments, they're mostly bracket tournaments. You have a match, and then you have 5 to 10 minutes maybe for your next match. So you have a lot of time to recover. Not an arena. So you got to get used to being able to do a hard 15.
The format has to be quick. Michael Dew looking back on the time. Ooh, arm bar here for
He's
Phil.
cranking.
I think the elbow's clear.
I think his leg was a little positioned not correctly here. We're almost at the end of round 2. So I have a feeling we're going to round 3, and the pressure is really going to be on Phil in that case to submit Michael to take it to overtime.
Mike's trying to wear on Phil a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last 10 seconds of the round. You might as well put all your pressure on and start to cook them a little bit if you know you're going to round 3.
There we go.
There we go,
Nice.
round 3.
Yeah, the pressure's on Phil. If all Michael needs to do is run around the cage for 5 minutes, and he wins.
Could you imagine if somebody actually did that? They just started taking it.
Maybe someday it's a very plausible strategy.
I'm willing to bet.
It is a strategy.
I'm willing to bet a lot of money that the refs are going to step in and set someone up with underhooks against the wall.
I think if I was a ref, I would step in, but after the first minute.
Yeah, I'd let it happen.
Like, you gotta watch it a little bit, you know? Get a little dizzy, get a little doozy.
Get a little hendo kick off the cage or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like the Nick Diaz lie down in the center of the match, just like wait for
Make
it
it
to
a
come
show.
back.
I'm wondering if Michael Dew's going to come out and pull right away again. I feel like so far that's been his game. It's been working for him.
Well, here we go.
I
And
feel
ladies
like
and
Phil
gentlemen,
looks a little tired.
Michael's up on submission, so the pressure's on Phil here to tie it
Pressure
up.
is on. Some collar ties.
And there you
a
go.
sit. There it is.
Called it.
Very forward-leaning is Phil. Non-stop pressure. I love it. Michael doing a good job, though, staying controlled and staying on his sides. As long as you can get on your side and keep your hips active, you're doing a good job.
Phil has tried that top Estimo lock a whole bunch of times. I'd like to see him fake it this time and try and actually pass.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree.
Because I think Michael's onto it now.
I think he could do a little more justice from better leg pummeling. That was a fairly good leg pummel, but he's not quite able to beat the legs of Michael with them. Ooh, but maybe.
Yeah, that might be true. Oh, here we go.
He takes it. There's our guard pass.
It finally
I was looking
happened.
for one.
Oh, straight to
Oh.
the
So
zone.
now, is Michael tired is the question now, because that was fairly quick.
Well, if he wasn't tired before, he is going to be tired.
Started to feel it. Yep, he's going to wear on him a little bit. The angle is difficult, but where is Michael's right arm is my question. Is it across the body already, and is it in danger?
Michael's left arm, his elbow is pointed to the ceiling. You can see that.
Oh, I see a right arm at the ceiling, too. His right elbow at the ceiling, too. We're looking for some arm isolation on the top from Phil. The elbows are climbing.
Americana attempt, possibly, or
There's definitely the option to set up a lot of things there. Anytime those arms are separated and moving high, you have to be really careful. And we are only a minute and a half in the match, so
I think he's trying to go for the gift wrap.
the give up is such a great position. I love that position.
Really
He
interesting.
could potentially armbar if he throws over, if he has enough space.
Oh,
Maybe
triangle.
mounted
okay.
triangle.
Oh, I think he's
Close.
maybe.
Do we have the? And we have
High,
the arm.
he's too high.
Oh, he missed.
Oh, he goes for the toe hold.
Right to a toe hold.
But he has no control of the far knee. He needs the other leg to really get a finish.
Michael looks more than calm on that. I
Yeah.
don't think there was anything too threatening on that toe hold, but good way to chain attacks. I like
sure.
it. I like seeing him come back from behind. We can see the pressure being put on
yeah.
Michael Dew here. He might take a second pass if we can get those hips controlled.
Yeah, I think you're right. Michael is tired.
Oh,
Yep.
he's going for
Yep.
a guillotine.
Absolutely. He's going to sell out.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Third round, down to
Yeah.
submission. You have to.
Phil needs
He
overtime.
wants the win, and he's looking for it, I would say, very well.
He's gotten better each round.
Yeah, for sure. He came out with full steam this round. Michael looks like he has just kind of conceded the positions.
And they still have 2.5 minutes left.
And he's already up again. We can get it. We can get
Oh,
a back take,
there we
armbar.
go.
And he follows. Oh, the cage a little bit interesting on the stoppage. Can't get to the back here.
Nope.
But you
Can wear on him a little
could
bit.
definitely cook him for sure.
About 2 minutes left.
It's amazing how the tables can turn at any time. I think that's the best part about this format is you really never know what to expect.
And honestly, Phil looks so fresh right now that going into overtime really benefits him. So I think he's just got to make something happen.
He's setting up a good chair sit on this side too. He could look to maybe chair sit take the back on this side now. He's on a better side. Or armbar, depending on where that arm is. There we are.
Oh, I think he's going to
Very nice.
trap the arm.
Control so he doesn't turn.
a little back triangle attempt maybe. Or just go for the arm.
Yeah. He might get stuck in a bad spot against the cage there with that escape.
Let him up.
Minute and a half for Phil to pull something out of his hat.
He's definitely trying.
He
I'll
is.
give it to him.
He's been trying very hard.
This is the first time we see Phil in a bad position for this round. Michael has been in the majority defensively for the whole beginning of the round.
Yeah, to Jake's point from earlier, Michael doesn't really need to do anything to solidify a win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen him in some of the worst spots in this round, and he's escaping. He's doing it.
I think strategically it's a good choice.
Yeah,
As well.
I agree. He looks tired, and maybe he recognizes that. And he's just kind of like riding out the time.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful. It's so quick. You get a submission anytime. I think we're just shallow.
Yeah, on the knee
unfortunately.
line.
Michael's looking at the clock, very relaxed.
He has been looking at the clock multiple times now. If I'm Phil, I think I'm coming up because that's where he's had the most success. He's been short on the shallow on the leg locks. He's got 30 seconds left.
I think Michael's just way too savvy on the leg game too.
Yeah,
I think he's not concerned about what Phil's thrown at him, but Phil's stop game is pretty good. So
yeah,
maybe
he's proven a very good top game. It's exciting. It looks like in 10 seconds or so, Michael Du may be going to 2-0 in the arena format.
And it was a strategic performance. He went out really hard. He came in really hard, and then he waited it out.
That was a good match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good stuff from both guys.
Great performance. I'm really glad that Phil came out real hard in that third round.
Yeah,
really
man,
good at counting
nothing
himself.
to be disappointed in on that side. He left it all on the mat. He looks like he's feeling it. But he looked good. I'd love to have him back here. Now we'll get Jake in the cage for the official winnings here. Michael Du moving to 2-0.
And for your winner, Michael Du. Great match, Michael. I have to ask you, man, you came out so hot in round one. You found a pretty quick submission, and then did you play survival for the rest of the match, or what happened there?
No, after that I gassed out a little bit. I was trying to pick it back up, but I need to work on my cardio a little bit more, so.
Well, it says a lot for you to gas out and still be able to be as technical as you were and as defensive as you were and still getting the win. With how tired you are now, having some experience with this format, you interested to come back?
Definitely, this is one of my favorite formats to compete in, so I would like to come back always.
Well, we'd love to have you back. Congratulations, Michael Du, ladies and gentlemen.